What's going on, guys? It's your boy Burrow77 coming to you live to talk about Las Palmas versus Real Madrid. Good to see you guys here. What's going on, Oscar? Thank you for joining us. You know we're smoking on that Las Palmas pack. Fernando, good to see you, brother. Love that everybody's here. I'm not taking hits before stream. This is still my work day. I'm relaxing. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling good. Look, I do know that we're doing some changes here for Real Madrid. We got Brahim Diaz starting out on the right over Rodrigo, who's having a rest day. And we got Lucas Vazquez starting at right back, who's starting over Danny Carvajal, who is also getting himself a little bit of a rest day. I searched high and low. I was unable to find it. I'm going to check BetUS in my offshores to see if I can get Lucas Vazquez just to take a shot. Anytime this guy's in the lineup, I do always look for him to take a shot. Just so you guys know, I am partnered with BetUS for my offshore book. There's a promo link in the description to sign up if you want. So I'm just taking a look here on Prop Builder to see if I can find a Lucas Vazquez shot. If it's anything like minus 120 or higher for him to take a shot full game, I'm definitely gonna take it. So let me see here if I can get players to take shots. Yup, here we go. If I can find Lucas Vazquez, I'm gonna get in on it. if we got a reasonable price. Again, I mentioned that I wasn't able to find it anywhere because he's not a regular starter and they don't super love giving lines. Yeah, so not on Prop Builder over on BetUS either. So we'll keep it moving. I do think this will be a Brahim game. I think Brahim is going to be looking to make an impact. We all know he wants more time on the pitch. I do like him to shoot here early. I do like him to shoot often as well. I think that, Madrid's probably got a little bit of a fire lit under their ass. I really liked, Endrick getting his first goal. And Valladolid parked the bus against us. And that's, I don't care what team you're playing, especially in Spain. If they're going to sit with 10 men behind the ball, they're going to be incredibly difficult to pick apart for an entire 90-minute match. And that's why we saw a lot of late goals there. We bring on fresh legs and our talent pool is just too deep. And our substitutes end up getting a majority of our scoring wins there, I guess. We got most of our goals from subs and after we started making substitutes with our fresh legs. So I do expect Las Palmas to sit kind of deep as well. I don't think this lineup that I originally have from FOTMob is 100% correct. I think they're going to sit in more of a 4-4-2 to look even with McBurn and Ramirez up top and everybody else kind of in the midfield for balance. That Madrid money line hasn't moved. Only Steam that's moved is the over 2.5 and over 3.5. I can see that. Bird, what's good? Thank you for joining as always. I know Bird is on McBurn first half shots. He does have some good data backing that up. And he did come over from Sheffield, I believe, over in the championship. So yeah, I mean, let's start with the obvious. I clearly think Madrid is winning this game. Madrid on the money line at minus 300 just really isn't going to be a playable number. Madrid on an Asian handicap at minus 1.5, sitting at minus 112. I can get behind that. I don't know if I really like both teams to score here, but we'll take a look at the market. It's sitting at minus 110. It is a playable number. I think that if you want to find a way to be involved with Las Palmas or think that they get a goal here, that minus 110 is a really good number. So look, if that's your thing, go ahead. I'm personally not going to play it, but I do think that is a good number if you like it. I'm not actually, I don't have the confidence in him. Those graphics. Oh, yeah. Okay, for sure. Well, Bird tweets / shares his info sheets and graphics, which he does a great job with, by the way, in my Discord and on Twitter. So be sure to check out Bird on Twitter or in the Discord. Always helping me out with some nice graphics and helping me with some La Liga data. So always appreciative there, Bird. Look, I think Madrid's hacked off. I think that Carlo is trying to light a fire under these guys' asses. Modric is going to be on all of our set pieces today, pretty much. He's going to be taking free kicks. He's going to be taking corners. So I think Modric assist is very much in play. I like Rudiger is a target guy on set pieces. As I mentioned, I like Vasquez to take a shot because he's always doing it. I just personally cannot find that line anywhere. So if you find it and I haven't, please let me know what you got. The question is, who will Vinny assist? Well, he's got a plethora of options. He's got Fetty, Mbappe, Brahim Diaz, Lucas Vasquez, maybe even a little bit Modric and Tchouaméni at the top of the box. Hell, even Rudiger if he's crashing and they take a corner short and go to Vinny. Look, Vinny, Otis, my big thing here is Vinny is just too fast. And he gets, when he breaks the back line and he breaks it and it's kind of deep, sometimes he's limited on his shot angles by driving the touchline, baseline, which leads to a lot of assists. Again, there's just a plethora of talent of guys who can finish here on the back post. So when Vinny beats somebody to the touchline and he's got a tough shooting angle, he's going to look to dime it off. So I like Vinny to assist. I think Mbappe does get his first La Liga goal here. I can't remember if it's his first La Liga goal. I believe he scored in the Atalanta match. So that might be why I'm thinking about that. But Brahim Diaz will be there all day as well. We know Fetty will be there. And Lucas Vasquez pushing up from right back is always going to be there. And as I mentioned before, he likes to shoot. So just a plethora of options here for Vinny. And that's a good point, Otis. Like, I'll tell you guys right now, first bet I put down in pocket when I got Madrid's lineup, which came out immediately after the Champions League draw, was Vinny assist. Vinny assist is plus 300 over on DraftKings. I think that's a flat out disrespectful number. You guys have heard me say it time and time again. I'm going to continue betting Vinny assist every single match until they put what I think is a reasonable number on it. And for me, that number is going to need to be below plus 200. So Bird is looking at Mbappe for 3 shots in the first half. I definitely don't hate that. So let me pull up my FanDuel real quick so we can take a little quick early look at some first half shots, since I know that's what Bird really likes to play. And I know you guys enjoy that market as well. Also, Girona just absolutely shit pumping Osasuna. Now you guys know why I say every season we don't respect Osasuna. They're going to finish somewhere between 12th and 8th and stay up, but they're not going to make really any sort of impact. Anyway, I digress. We're talking about the Madrid match. To have 2 or more shots in the first half, Mbappe is minus 170. 3 is at plus 185. I definitely don't hate that. I like Brahim Diaz to get involved here first half. 1 shot at minus 190 is probably not good enough to play on its own, but makes a nice little parlay piece. 2 in the first half at plus 260, I think definitely has some value. 3 is probably a little bit of a stretch here at 10-1. I know Bird likes Mbappe, and I do think he will eat up a large majority of our early chances, especially if we're getting the ball to him a ton. Again, I will caution you that if Las Palmas sits in a low block and they really try and defend their ass off, I expect it to be tough for Madrid to find space and create first half shots. It just depends on how Las Palmas plays. If they do come out and they try and be brave and they challenge us, then I do think we can run it up on the shots because we'll have space to get balls over the top and play the counter. But it's really going to depend on what formation and how brave Las Palmas want to be here. You're playing Real Madrid. Every single team in La Liga, this is their Super Bowl. If you can get a draw at home versus Real Madrid, or if you can even limit what it is Madrid does, you're going to take that and run to the bank and consider it an absolute win every single time. Fernando's liking Vinny anytime goal. I like Vinny for his goal too. I might even throw a little sprinkle on his to score assist. It's never that I don't like Vinny for a goal because he's obviously the guy. Over here, I think he's got the best feel for La Liga. He's made the most impact. He's got the most experience out of Mbappe and Diaz for sure up top. So I can get behind a Vinny goal, seeing plus 105, plus 115, plus 148 on Bet Rivers. I haven't confirmed that that's still the number. But yeah, I mean, I can get behind Vinny for a goal. It's not that I don't like him to score. I just think that the assist number is broken. I think that there's too many options for him to pass it to. And Vinny's not a selfish player. He's going to find the right pass and go to the open man. I watched him do it a ton with Benzema. So that's why I think that the Vinny goal assist number is just way too high. And I'm going to continue to play it. Well, I think that there's an disproportional amount of value there. Don't like Mbappe anytime goal for the juice. I agree with you. I very much struggled to lay juice on anytime goal scorers for anybody, and that includes Mbappe today, sitting at minus 130. So let's get into a little bit of the shots on target market, because I do think that we can find some stuff to make some money there. Obviously, I'm going to talk about Fetty. You guys know I love Fetty shot on target. That's my guy. McBurn for Las Palmas, main striker, guy who's been shooting the most and has been creating the more dangerous chances out of anybody for a shot on target at minus 120 / plus 100. I think that's good standalone value. I think that Vinny to put 2 shots on target at plus 110 to like plus 130 is good value as well if you're not taking his goal. Fetty for a shot on target plus 120, plus 125, plus 170 if you can get action down over on Bet Rivers. I'd shop that around too, but plus 120, plus 125 neighborhoods, plenty of value for me. I apologize. My face is getting washed out by this light a little bit. Let me just quickly adjust my blinds. That's better. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, look, I'm going to take Fetty for a shot on target. I'm going to find the best number, but plus 120 / plus 125 on FanDuel. Plus 120 on DK. I'm fine at that number, even if I don't find a better one. I'll still take Fetty shot on target. So you can go ahead and mark me down for that if you like. I like Modric to shoot today too, if I can find some shot. Oh, actually, let's see what an assist number is on Modric. I don't see him listed here, so I might have to do some shopping around on that. But if you guys are watching and you're doing your own shopping, let me know what you see for a Luka Modric assist. I got it up on BetUS at plus 250. Yeah, thank you, Mike. I see it at plus 250 on BetUS. Let me see if I can find it. To score or assist is plus 100 on FanDuel. So plus 195 on FanDuel with a little softer market. I don't hate that. Let me take a look on DraftKings really quickly and see if he's there. 250 might be top of the market. I think that's a good number in and of itself. So yeah, I like it on the offshore at plus 250. Just double checking all my usual spots here while I have them up and running. So Modric plus 330 over on DraftKings. I do think that's a touch high. The thing I would mention about Modric is I would expect him to maybe only get about 60 to 65 minutes with a little substitution. Thank you, Sean, and thank you, Mike, for helping me with those numbers. So if you like Modric for an assist, I do think it's going to have to happen a little bit earlier than maybe expected, but I do like it, and I know he's going to be taking all of our corners, so I like that. That said, I do like Rudiger just to take a shot as well, as a guy who is a huge target piece in the box for corners. And even Militao, dude, that ball over the top Militao played to Brahim Diaz for our second goal last game was absolutely nasty. Again, I don't want to spend a bunch of time hammering on this assist market But I was very, very impressed, and I continue to be impressed with what I'm seeing from Militao. He is definitely showing why I believe him to be a top 3 center back on the planet when healthy, and he's going to continue to do that, in my opinion. So I'm looking for player shots here because I do think Rudiger is a good look for a shot today. I also think Modric had a nice shot on target last game when he came in as a sub. Now, we were pushing for a goal at that point, but I definitely don't hate Modric for a shot on target as well. Or maybe to take 2 shots if we can find a decent number on that. Rudiger just to take a shot at plus 100 over on DraftKings, I think is a really good number. Let me see what Rudiger is. Antonio Rudiger. They don't have 1 shot on Prop Builder for BetUS. They just have 2 at plus 217. So yeah, I like Rudiger just to take a shot at plus 100 over on DraftKings. I did look into this ref. It's Mateo Busquets Fur. He's only reffed 21 La Liga matches, so relatively new referee here. He's only reffed 1 Madrid game, but has reffed 4 Las Palmas games where he's averaging just shy of 2 cards a game against Las Palmas. In the 1 match he reffed against Madrid, he only gave 1 card, but he is averaging 5.29 cards a game. I do think that this will be a little bit more of a physical game. I always like Tuch to get booked because he is just the king of the scorpion tackles. He's going to go in there. He's going to put in good tackles. He's going to wrap his boot, and he may or may not win the ball, but he's always going to do that. He's always going to continue to do that, even once he's been booked. But he is a little bit more cautious, obviously, after he's been booked. And that's why I love him, and that's why Don Carlo loves him, because he's always going to give you everything he's got. So I like Tuchemeni as a look. Vasquez I like as a look. He's, he's a little shit. He's going to push forward. He's going to get under people's skins. He's going to grip you up. He's going to grab your jersey. He'll pull you to the ground if he thinks he's going to get beat on the back end. If Modric really is over there on the right too, he's going to have a lot more defensive responsibility along with Tuch to kind of help Modric in his aging legs. So I would be looking at Tuch and Vasquez for Madrid, and Vinny. Vinny's always a good card look. We know he's an instigator. We know he likes he likes to get the crowd going and get them amplified. For on the Las Palmas side, I really like Mika Mamoral. I'm sorry. I'm very bad with pronunciation. You guys all know this. The right back, number 3 over here for Las Palmas. Young bull. He's going to be dealing with Brahim Diaz, who we know is lightning fast. He's going to be dealing with Lucas Vasquez, who turns the ball over a lot, but is a guy you can follow. He's 23 years old, plays for Las Palmas. I think he's a good look for a card. I mean, look at that face, dude. He looks like a child. And he's going to be dealing with Brahim, Modric, Tuch, and Vasquez. I think that's a tough matchup for him for sure. We got to talk about Park to get carded because he's going to be dealing with Vinny, Mbappe, and Fetty/Tuch all day. 24 years old. Anybody who has to guard Vinny Jr., I think, is going to be in for a long day. So I think Marvin Park is a really good look for a card, along with Suarez, the center back there, who's 31 years old. So you got a 24-year-old kid who is probably in pretty good shape, but is definitely a little bit outmatched. And then you got Suarez, who's long in the tooth at 31 and only 5'10". So I think that is going to be a difficult matchup there. On the left-hand side, dealing with Vinny and Mbappe. So those are basically the entire back line. I didn't talk about McKenna, who's 27, 6'2", kind of a big body dude, Scottish international. I'm not saying he won't get carded, but like of the guys on the back line, McKenna's the guy I would say I like the least. I would say whatever. Number 3 on Las Palmas. Sorry, I'm terrible at pronunciations. And Park would be my 2 favorite looks here for Las Palmas cards. What's going on, Top Dog? Thank you for joining us. I know you were up late joining us from South Africa last night. Always appreciate you, my brother. I thought you said yesterday Mbappe wouldn't play this one. I did not say Mbappe wouldn't play this one. I did say we were going to rotate. I didn't know who the rotations were going to be. And I like actually giving Danny a little bit of rest here. I know he's off gluten. So, yeah, look, I like giving Danny a bit of a rest and giving Vasquez some tech. All these young bulls are itching for playing time. I definitely don't hate giving Modric the start either with the armband here over Gruler. I really did like what I saw out of Gruler. I thought he played really well in that Valladolid match. But again, we might play upwards of 72 games this season. We just got our Champions League draw. Madrid's going to run a lot of rotated squads all season because the deeper we go into competitions, the more tired and more minutes people are going to get on their legs, and the tougher every competition is going to be. So I would expect to continually see rotated pieces here from Madrid. That's why we're super deep, and that's why we're the favorites to win a lot of these trophies. Mamoral played in the Barca system, so you know he's a bit of a hack and has a grudge against Madrid here. So I really love him for a card. I'm going over to Prop Builder now to see what his price is on a card because I do really like that. Let's see, Mamoral. Plus 225. I can get behind that card number. Absolutely, I can get behind that card number. And Park, let's see what Park is. He's plus 250. So I really like both of those guys to get carded. I think Vinny Jr. has value as well at plus 250. They're not going to list Lucas Vasquez, I'm assuming, just because he's not listed for other Lucas Vasquez is just off the board on every book because he hasn't played a single minute this entire season. So like I get the books want to be conservative and aren't super ready to hang lines on him, which is fine. Real and over 1.5 goals first half, maybe. I don't hate that, Top Dog. Again, for me, I'll be able to figure it out in the first 15 minutes. If Las Palmas isn't brave and isn't coming out and attacking, and they're just going to sit deep and concede us possession, I can see the first half being kind of cagey and almost possibly being a draw, because I don't care who you are, when you pack 10 men behind the ball and play in a low block, especially in Spain with the skill that all these midfielders and defenders have, it's going to be really hard to score goals. And I know that's why some people get turned off of La Liga. That's why I love La Liga, because La Liga, if you are looking for who's going to be some of the best next midfielders on the planet that are getting signed in other leagues, you watch La Liga, because every good midfielder comes out of Spain. It's just a fact. So you always look to Spain to do your scouting for midfield and defense. At least I do. Plus 215 for Real to score over 1.5 in the first half. Yeah, like I said, I think it's not that I don't believe in Madrid. I think Madrid are going to do well, and I think they can get a goal here in the first half. I think 2 might be a bit of a stretch, again, unless Las Palmas is really committed to their attack. So I like second half to be the highest scoring half, if you can find that prop. At least that's my opinion. I would love to see Madrid come out and hang a 3-0 on them at halftime. Like, I would absolutely love that. So don't get it twisted, but I do kind of think that the second half is going to be the higher scoring half. What's the full cards line on this? Cards line over 4.5, sitting at minus 102. I think that is borderline free money. That's low hanging fruit. I would jump all over that cards line at over 4.5. Actually, let me see if I can get that real quick. Tuchemeni shots. Tosin is asking. I do think that Tuchemeni. I obviously like Tuchemeni shooting. I'm a fan. I would say that from what I've seen out of Tuch, and especially with Modric in the lineup there, he's going to have a little bit more of defensive responsibilities. Now, that doesn't mean that he's not going to shoot, because he is gigantic, and I think he'll be involved in set pieces, and loose balls at the top of the box tend to find Tuch's boots, and he'll rip them. I just know for a fact that with him playing more like the Cass CDM role, he does sit a little bit deeper. So I do like Tuch to shoot. I think a Tuch outside the box shot is a really good look. If he is going to shoot, I do think it comes from distance. So, and that said, like, he'll put it on frame too. So, like, don't get me wrong. Tuch not only can shoot, he can shoot accurately. So instead of taking Tuch for multiple shots, I might just play him for a shot on target. That's my personal opinion, but I do like Tuch, and loose balls tend to find him. So you're never going to hear me trying to talk you out of a Tuchemeni shot. I'm seeing if I can find this over 4.5 cards line on BetUS, because I will take it for a full match over cards. I'm not seeing it pop up right now, but I'm not going to spend too much time looking for it. That's why I leave myself 15 minutes at the bottom of the hour in the end of the show to do this. So I'm guessing Fetty shots is juiced to death. Fetty shot on target's plus 125 on FanDuel. So I'm taking Fetty for a shot on target. Again, I am going to wrap this up here in the next 5 minutes. So if you guys have any more questions, comments, or concerns, please throw them up, and I'll be happy to answer them before we get out of here. This is a reminder. Please follow me on social media at Burroaks77 on Twitter and Instagram. Please check out the links in the description for the Discord. My Discord's $15 a month. We got guys talking over there all the time. Got a bunch of good, smart, sharp people who just love to talk football. The thing I do with my Discord is I really teach you how to do your own research. I post my plays, all that sort of jazz as well. But this is where I encourage newer gamblers to come who need help learning how to identify lines that are mispriced and how to do your own research with FB Ref, yada, 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 shop lines, all that good stuff, helpful tips. I charge $15 a month. I also have a Discord through Dub Club with Flash, where every Friday night at 7 p.m. we bring you our own live video stream exclusive to Discord. And we hand out picks every week there. We chat, we talk leans, we talk anytime goal scorers. Flash does NFL, horse racing, all sorts of stuff. So be sure to check out that link as well with the Dub Club. That's also where I publish all my first half shots data if you're interested in that. So thank you for bearing with me while I do the plugs. Please like and subscribe on YouTube. Your subscription means the absolute world to me. It's the best way to help me out and show support free of charge. So appreciate that. Top dog, I wonder if Real try and finish this off in the first half and get Mbappe and Vinny off as soon as possible. I can definitely see that. Again, I think they're going to attack. I think they're going to have possession. I think they're going to play on the front foot. My only concern is if Las Palmas just refuses to leave their half of the pitch, they're still going to be tough to break down. I don't care who you are in Spain. If you put 10 men behind the ball, it's going to be difficult to create space until you run your legs off and you get tired. So that is just always the risk here. But yeah, I want Madrid to come out and bury this team 3-0 in the first half and then get out of here winning like 7-0. So I'm with you there, Top Dog. Bird, appreciate you as always giving me the Discord plug. Great job over there with the graphics and all the vibes you always bring to chat. And we always have friendly disagreements as he is a Barcelona fan and I am a Madrid fan. So we like to have fun over there. We keep it civil. It's just good vibes. So appreciate you guys all for tuning in. To clarify, before I get out of here, I am on Vinny Assist. I am on Fede Valverde, shot on target. I am on Rudiger, just to take a shot. And anything else I am playing officially will be posted in all of my Discords. And if I have time and I get them in time, I'll tweet them out. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Please join me tomorrow. I am doing a rare Friday live stream. I do need 2 days a week where I don't do video or work on camera, but because I was at my cousin's wedding last weekend, I only managed one live stream. So I am bringing you a bonus match tomorrow where I will be joined by my Italian homie, Nick Diani, who's always on the show with me. We'll be covering Inter versus Atalanta. Should be a banger. Very, very good top of the table match there in Serie A. So looking forward to that one. Appreciate you all for tuning in. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'm Oaks. I'm out. Doses. Run that outro. We outside.